Oh, yes, indeed. It is showtime. How are you? All right. I want to start with the scene today at the Oakland Coliseum. If you watched the game or if you were at the game and heading home, whatever the case may be, I would love to hear from you. I know that Cody was at the game last night. What a scene today at the Coliseum. I only saw clips. I wasn't able to get the game live. And I just, a packed house, announced crowd of what, 46,000? I mean, that was amazing. The A's won it in 3-2. Yeah, there was a little bit of ugliness on the field, particularly late in the game from fans. But wow, what a scene today. And I did a rant on this today. What a sad, sad moment in the history of Oakland sports. Think about this now. You lose the NHL, all right? Then you lose the Warriors. Then you lose the Raiders. And now you lose the Oakland A's. 46,000 at the Coliseum on a glorious, glorious Thursday afternoon. The A's win 3-2. And I just think how sad this is for that region of the state, and particularly the city of Oakland. How awful is this? You know, it's just horrible. It really is. So I wanted to open up the show and talk about that. If you were at the game, or if you were at the game last night, the final night game, or this afternoon, it's just hard to believe. It's hard to believe that the city of Oakland has lost every professional sports franchise. The rich tradition of the teams that play there. It's unbelievable. It really is. All right, Thursday Night Football, Giants and Cowboys. If you have any thoughts on that, give me a shout, and we will do it. Glad to have you on board. If you want to get in on the program, here is your call link. All right, you got the QR code above my shoulder. So give me a shout. All right, you can give me a call. We can talk about this or anything else. All right, it's right there for you. That is the Thursday call link. Also, coming up on the show today, before I adjourn, we will do a rant with Grant. So get your rants in order. All right, tell me what you would like me to rant on, and I will be happy to do that. All right, a rant with Grant coming up today before we get off the air to watch Thursday Night Football. Cody chiming in. Yep. 46,000. Cody, you were at the game last night, right? How was it? Final night game at the Coliseum. It's never a pretty sight. It's never like great when fans have to say goodbye to a team. It's just not. Think about the late 60s, and then you think about that era of the 70s. Think about that team, right? Think about how tremendous that Oakland A's team was. Catfish Hunter, Holtzman, Rudy, Fingers, Reggie Jackson, right? Lansford. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Campy Campaneris. Williams, the manager. Before Mount Davis. So actually a beautiful backdrop. That was a beautiful backdrop in the outfield at the Coliseum before Mount Davis came in. It's a shame. It really is. It's an absolute shame. It is. I guess I don't want to say it's good news, but if you're an A's fan, you at least know you can still go to watch them play if you cared to, in Sacramento next year, West Sacramento. I mean, I guess you've got that going for you, Blame can be put on the owner and also the city government in Oakland and the fans. I'm sorry. You have to include the fans. I'm sorry. You must include the fans. I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but don't forget about the fans. You can blame them too. All right? Don't forget the teams from the 88 to 90. Yeah. I was at the World Series when the Dodgers swept them. Remember the Kirk Gibson home run in LA? Oral Hershiser, tremendous in that year. I was on the infield at the Oakland Coliseum with the Dodgers during their celebrations. One of the most amazing memories I have. I was incredible. I went to many, many baseball games at the Oakland Coliseum. Many. Mostly Yankee games, but I was also there for other games as well. I covered a lot of the A's games when I worked at Channel 31. I was there for a lot of special moments. All right. I was there for a lot of special moments. A lot of special moments. So, yeah, there's a lot of blame to go around. I did my rant on this. To me, I put the city of Oakland at number one. All right. I put that at number one. And then after that, you can debate it. But that's number one. When you have a city government that loses 3 professional franchises in a span of a couple of years, that's on them. All right. They couldn't figure out a way to get it done. That's on them. Plain and simple. There's no other way to say it. That is on them. You can blame John Fisher all you want. Go ahead. He deserves a lot of blame. He deserves a lot of blame. But you didn't support the team before John Fisher bought the team. All right? Amazing. Underrated Reds team that swept them in 90. Well, you know, the Reds, you think about that team with Rob Dibble, right? And how great he was, and Lou Piniella. Probably was underrated. Probably was. I don't think anyone expected that series to go the way it did, though, in a sweep. But yes, I think that's fair to say. I think that is fair to say. You know, are the A's the only team to win 3 World Series in a row? I don't believe so, but I'll look it up. But it's just sad. You know, there's really no other way to say it. This is a very sad day for the city of Oakland. Very sad day. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame that we're sitting here in 2024 on, what is the date today? The 26th of September. And now the city of Oakland has no professional sports franchises to go see anymore. Think about that for a minute. I mean, that's awful, isn't it? That's awful. I don't even know what else to say. Come up with your rant ideas. What do you want me to rant on today? What do you want me to rant on? Give me some ideas, and I'll be happy to do it. And if you want to call the show, as I said, I've given you the link. You can call the show. There it is right here. You can get on board. You can give me a shout, whatever you want. Again, Thursday Night Football, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife. Giants have had nightmare problems with the Cowboys over the last couple of years, and the main reason has been the Giants' offensive line. The Giants' offensive line is a little bit better this year. I don't think it's a lot better. They have played better in the first couple of games. And Micah Parsons, number 11 for the Cowboys, it will be a number 1 assignment for the Giants' offensive line. All right? Can I rant on the name, image, and likeness? Is that what you want me to rant on? Yankees won 3 in a row, 98 to 2000. There are other teams that have won 3 in a row, but yes. But I could rant on name, image, and likeness. I personally think name, image, and likeness is slowly but surely destroying what we know as college football. That's my opinion. I think it's horrible. But I don't think it's going anywhere. Do you? I think it's here to stay, unfortunately. I think it's here to stay. Cody says, sorry, Grant. I want to call, but can't get the mic on my headset working. Very sad last night at the Coliseum. Thank you, Cody. I'm sure it was, you know. Do I think that McCaffrey misled the 49ers about his injury? No. I just think it's a shame what's gone on there. I mean, didn't Kyle Shanahan come out after the first game of the year and say that had it been a playoff game, Christian McCaffrey would have been on the field? People say the A's were a small market team. They weren't. They played in the Bay Area, the fourth biggest media market in the country. Same with the Sharks and the Raiders and the Warriors. Yeah, yes and no. They operated like a small market team because they had a small radio deal, a small TV deal. They had great limitations being in the city of Oakland. So you're right in what you're saying, but in practicality, you're not right. It's a very good question, CD. It's a very, very good question. But no one looked at the Oakland A's as a big market team. Nobody. Everyone looked at them as a small market team over the years because of their payroll, their TV and radio deals. So I don't know what else to say. They play in the same market as the San Francisco Giants, but they make a fraction in radio and TV to what the Giants do, you know? I don't know if the Giants will go anywhere, but would like to stick it to Dallas. Amen. They're not going anywhere. They're just not very good, you know? Grant, how is Sac State announcing the construction of a new $250 million stadium when their endowment is only $92 million? I haven't heard anything about a new stadium or anything else like that, so I'll believe it when I see it. You know, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when construction is underway and it looks like a stadium. So again, I'll believe it when I see it. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. I'd love to see it. I think it would be great for the community, but I don't know. I really don't. Well, what's going on the West Coast of college football, Pac-12, Mountain West, reorganization, teams trying to go here, teams trying to go there, is a pretty fascinating time right now. It really is. It's pretty remarkable what's going on when you look at all the teams in the former Pac-12 and the conferences that they're playing in. When you look at the SEC now, when you look at the powers of college football and now what's trying to happen in the West Coast, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, the president just had a press conference today announcing that they have secured the funds. Again, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. All right. Fly, Eagles, fly. Saquon Barkley is a beast. I can't believe the Giants let him walk. I believe it. I'm fine with letting him walk. If you're not winning with him, don't pay a guy money that you're not winning with. I'm fine with it. I think the running back position is overvalued in the NFL, or you can say it's undervalued. You can say that too, but I'm fine with letting him walk. I have no problem letting him walk. I think that you would have made a mistake to pay him based on the fact that he's off the field a lot. I think he's a tremendous talent. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great professional. I don't dislike Saquon Barkley. I'm a fan of Saquon Barkley, but I have no problem with letting him walk at all. I'll be rooting for Alabama, but I think Georgia is going to win the game. I can't wait to watch it on Saturday. 4:30 Pacific, right? 7:30 Eastern. Should be a hell of a game. Should be a hell of a game. All right, don't forget Thursday Night Football coming your way. Also, give me some rant ideas, a rant with Grant. I would love to hear from you with some ideas. So hit them up on the chat line, a rant with Grant. Probably go about 30 minutes today, 40 minutes as we gear up for Thursday Night Football. And again, if any of you were at the game today at the Coliseum, please let me know what that was like. What about a basketball arena at Sac State? Will this ever happen? I don't see it. Ever's a long time, right? I don't see it in my lifetime. I think that if you're able to get a football stadium and you're able to get into the Mountain West. I don't think the Pac-12 is reasonable right now or realistic. Then I believe that you would be able to play your basketball games at the Golden One Center. All right. So again, thank you, Ryan, for sending me this. Again, a new state-of-the-art football and multi-use stadium. All right. That will be designed to host football, men's and women's soccer, men's and women's rugby. It'll also be able to host collegiate, professional, and international competition, NCAA championships, concerts, etc. All right. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of things that can happen or will happen. Minimum of 25,000 will be the attendance. All right. It will be a horseshoe design, student sections. Why do you need student sections for? The students don't go to your games. Premium seating and boxes. They say they'll have renderings in a couple of weeks. Listen, I know I've been critical of this, but I've seen a lot of these deals be talked about, funding, and then it never happens. All right. Rant on comic book movies. There's too many of them. I can't rant on that because I don't have enough knowledge. All right. Appreciate the support, Mishu Cole, in the Kings games. This new crew is unlistenable. Appreciate that. A lot of things going on with locally with the A's final game today in Oakland. You know, the news on Sac State. Again, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. I really, I think it would be tremendous for the community. Don't get me wrong. You know, here's one. I graduated from Sac State. I went to one game. That's the problem. It's a commuter school, and a lot of the students don't go to the games. That's the problem. That's one of the problems. It's a big difference when you don't live on campus and you get up on a Saturday with all your buddies, and you're planning on going to the football game, and you're walking to the stadium, and you have a student field. That doesn't happen in Sacramento State. Yeah, it's a big difference. You know, you got to remember that. It's a huge difference. I don't see that changing. I really don't. I don't see it. Said you can see the difference between the fandom in the South and games over here. Nobody goes to Cal games, whereas Florida is like a religion. It's not even close. Like, I can't even explain it to you. I was in Tuscaloosa 3 weeks ago for the Alabama game. And the people in Tuscaloosa, their entire year revolves around 7 or 6 home football games every year. Their entire life revolves around 7 Saturdays or every Saturday, home and on the road. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And that's very true of a lot of areas in the Southeast. It will never be like that on the West Coast. All right. All right. Here's John. I have never attended. Look at your spelling there, John. I have never attended Sac State, but I've been to about 20 games over the last 30 years. John, only you. Only you, John, could. I don't even know what else to say. Oh, my gosh. Baseball is bigger out here than college football. That's very true. It is. All right. John, you don't have to correct it. I get you. Oh, my God. John, what am I going to do with you, man? Oh, wow. Why is it like there? Why is it like it? It just is what it is. Every geographic location has their specialty. All right. I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. All right. You got a rant idea for me? Who's got rant ideas for me? Give them on the chat line. Let me know. And I will pick a rant out for you. John might want to attend a college of some sort for spelling alone. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what else to say. Oh my gosh. John, you sorry, everybody. John, what's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. John, I don't even know if I can do the rest of the show. What's wrong with you? Seriously. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with this guy? Oh my goodness. Rant on the Derwin James suspension. Thank you for that idea. I could rant on that. All right, let me get my ugly face off the screen there. Oh man. I had to put that on while I was laughing and wiping the tears away from my eyes. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right, is the Cowboys' pathetic defense rant that will kill me? Well, I can't do a rant on their pathetic defense until after the game tonight. If they look bad tonight, I'll do a rant on them tomorrow. All right. Kamara and Henry torch the Cowboys. You think Singletary rush as well? I think Singletary's a good running back. I don't think he'll do what those two did, but the Giants' game plan is clearly going to be able to run the ball, and Brian Dable will be consistent with that. So I also think you're going to see Daniel Jones very active in the running game with bootlegs, with run pass options. I think you're going to see Daniel Jones be extremely active with his legs tonight, along with Singletary. I also think you'll see a player or two to get Neighbors the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So, yes, I do. All right. Rant on weekly NFL power rankings. It is a big waste of time. Boy, it sure is, Brian. It is an absolute waste of time. Power rankings in general are a waste of time. You are 100% correct. Spot on. You're right. Said, rant on Big Brothers beating us up. My big brother used to want a fist fight when the Kings or Giants lost. Big brothers are mean. I had a bigger brother, 3 years older than me. I got beat up sometimes. You know? John says, Grant, we're in this together, buddy. Oh, my gosh. Rant on poor quarterback play across the league. Has been pretty bad, hasn't it? What's going on? You know? Yeah. How about that? Can you rant about the sad state of the NBA basketball commentators? I have NBA League Pass, and there's like 3 teams who have decent announcers. Part of the problem with that is most of the announcers in the league are my friends, and I don't want to rag on them if I don't think they're very good. So I appreciate that. You know, it's a pretty darn good suggestion, but I'll pass on that. You know? Cody's with me. Seahawks, Lions. I'm looking forward to on Monday. I'm right with you on that. You know? Yeah. I'm right with you on that. I am looking forward to that. Very much so. You think that's a good one, huh, John, from Alberto? There has been a lot of poor quarterback play. I don't know what the reason is for that. I'll talk to Sean Salisbury about that coming up on Wednesday of next week. I think you're right. You know, I think you're right. Some good ideas, though. Some good ideas. Thank you very much for these ideas. Good stuff. Hey, don't forget about New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. They're available around the clock 24/7 for all of your plumbing needs and repairs. Just go to sackserviceplumbing.com or call the number on your screen. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you. Brunch this weekend? Look no further than Bennett's, Sacramento, Roseville, and the West Side Grill in Rockland. Bennett'sRestaurants.com to make a reservation or more. Prime seafood and steak at Bennett's. Bennett's Restaurants. And don't forget about their happy hours, 2 to 6. Sips and taste. It's great. Bennett'sRestaurants.com. Make yourself a reservation, and don't forget about their great weekend brunch this Saturday and Sunday. Who do you like tonight? Giants, Cowboys. Listen, you know who I'm rooting for. I just don't have a good feeling. I don't like the way the Giants' back end matches up in this game. And if they cannot get to Prescott, I think CeeDee Lamb will have a field day in this game. The Giants do not do a good job on the back end. They just don't. And they've got one cornerback out in Jackson. They're just not very good. They're not very good. Joe Burrow looks terrible. He sure does. You know who else looks terrible, John? Trevor Lawrence looks terrible, right? Rant on how cheerleaders aren't hot anymore. I don't even know what to say to that. I do like the power ranking one, though, so far, but I'll take a few more before we do my rant. I think I've never understood power rankings either, but that's a good one. Getting some good ideas and some bad ideas, you know. Giants should cover the spread tonight, especially in a short week. You know, I don't bet, so I don't care whether they cover the spread or not. I don't give a damn about the spread. I care about W's and L's. I don't care about the spread. If the Giants lose tonight, 24-23, I'm not going to say, oh, gee, you know what? They beat the spread. I don't give a damn about that. You know, who cares? You know, I understand if you gamble, you care, but I don't gamble. I don't bet on football. So I don't care. The spread doesn't mean anything to me. Doesn't mean anything. I'm looking for a 1-point blowout. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I don't. I wouldn't worry at all about Thibodeau. He's got to be the most overrated New York Giant I've seen in a long time. Burns, yes. Thibodeau does nothing on the field for me. Nothing. If you don't know who Kayvon Thibodeau is, you're watching a game tonight. Thibodeau wears jersey number 5. He doesn't make enough plays for me, Cody. The guy's invisible on too many plays. Just not a fan of him. Not a fan of him. Grant. Hey, man, Grant gets to see Thailand from time to time. I think he knows where the hot girls are. There's a lot of truth to that. I do go to Thailand from time to time. I love Southeast Asia. I think it's just a phenomenal part of the world. I think it's great. I'm a big fan of Southeast Asia. I think Vietnam is spectacular. I've been there twice. Thailand, spectacular. Singapore is unbelievable. Just some, I have not been that much to Cambodia, or I've been to Laos. It's a phenomenal region of the world. It really is. Still ranting about the Chargers leaving San Diego? No, not doing that. You know, not doing that at all. That ship is long time sailed. All right, who do you like tonight? Giants, Cowboys. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to win this game tonight? Kickoff in about 45 minutes. Who do you think? Listen, I think the Giants are going to have to play an A game to win. I really don't. I mean, I really do. I really do. I don't know how we got on the topic of hot women. I really don't. I don't. Ranting on declining loyalty in professional sports, both players and teams, contract chasing, holdouts, trade demands. They're very true. Doesn't really exist anymore, does it? Does not exist anymore, the loyalty in pro sports. I don't know if it's really ever existed, but it does not really exist right now. There's a lot of truth to that. All right, so let's get to a rant with Grant, and it is brought to you by EDH Motors Automotive Reimagined. All right, so they do a lot of things, but here's the bottom line, all right? They're going to take the process of purchasing a new car from sometimes tolerable to abhorrent to enjoyable and memorable. So they're a new car brokerage. They've got the ability to sell virtually any new car with their clients, never having to step foot into a dealership. Think about that. You never have to go to a dealership anymore. You're able to take advantage of the competitive nature of franchise car dealerships. Here's the bottom line. They negotiate with their clients' behalf. That's right. They're on their client's behalf, all right? So they're going to talk to you. They're going to find out what you want. They're going to talk to you about everything, all right? It's one-on-one. then they will negotiate with multiple dealerships while being able to utilize all factory incentives, rebates, and interest rates for leasing and purchasing. Again, remember, they negotiate on their client's behalf. So one phone call could change how you purchase new cars forever. And you take delivery at their beautiful auto lounge in El Dorado Hills or at your home. You don't ever have to go into a dealership. You don't have to talk to a salesperson. You don't have to worry about getting pressured by a manager or get squeezed into the finance office. It's that awesome. And when I had lunch with Adam, one of the co-owners, 3 weeks ago, I learned a lot about this business: simplification, communication, so that the right car fits your needs. And you're going to build a relationship. It's awesome. Go to edhmotors.com to get more information. That's edhmotors.com, or you can check them out on Instagram at edhmotors. EDH Motors, automotive, reimagined. Tell you, it's a hell of a concept. It really is. All right, now to Grant Scran. You know, I agree with power rankings in pro sports. What is the purpose of power rankings? So you wake up on a Tuesday, right? After the Monday night games are in the books, and you see all of these websites with power rankings: ESPN power rankings, CBS power rankings, these power rankings, that power rankings. You know how I look at my power rankings? I go to the NFL standings. Those are my power rankings. Buffalo, power rankings, 3-0. All right. Kansas City, they're my power rankings, 3-0. All right. My standings, those are my power rankings. Same thing in the NBA. I've already seen power rankings before the season's begun. How do you have rankings of power before the season begins? Can we at least play a couple games? Thank you very much. Where do you think the Cincinnati Bengals were on their power rankings, or the Jacksonville Jaguars before the season began? You think they are where they are now? I don't think so. Power rankings, stupid, gives people that have to put out material something to do. What's the purpose of it? Power rankings. Does it make you feel good to see your team listed high up in the power rankings when you know they're really not that good? Where would the Washington Commanders be right now with their power rankings? Anybody think they're going to the playoffs? Again, where was Cincinnati 3 weeks ago? Where was Jacksonville 3 weeks ago? Where was Baltimore 3 weeks ago? Stop it with the power rankings. Freaking waste of time. An absolute waste of time. And that's my rant for today. Giants will win, and that's a guarantee. What kind of guarantee are you giving me, buddy? Let me put that up on the screen. Giants will win, and that's a guarantee. Where is your guarantee? Guarantee me. There are no guarantees in sports, my friend. No. No guarantees in sports. I'll tell you what is a guarantee, and I really believe this because I've checked it out. If you go to Sunrise Landing in Colusa from Blazona Development, you're going to see a beautiful residential community in Colusa, and you will go, wow, when you check out Sunrise Landing. 6 models to choose from, no Mellorews, no homeowners, great access to the roads of I-5, Highway 20, Highway 45. You go to CalusaSunrise.com, check out Sunrise Landing adjacent to the Colusa Golf and Country Club. It's awesome. Check it out at CalusaSunrise.com and Sunrise Landing. So tomorrow, all right, we'll wrap up the week. Looking forward to that. I'm thinking what's going on tomorrow. I'll do a show tomorrow at 8 o'clock Pacific. All right, we'll wrap up the week tomorrow at 8 o'clock Pacific, and then we'll get you on to the college football weekend, highlighted by Georgia and Alabama, Saturday, 4:30 Pacific. We'll get you into the NFL Sunday schedule, the Monday schedule. We'll go over that, and we'll talk about tonight's Giants and Cowboys game as well. I love the fact that we're able to do these shows. I appreciate your support, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Remember, 8 o'clock Pacific, right here on If You Don't Like That. Enjoy the game, everyone. See you tomorrow.